asking me.
Getting into it, right? I was a little bit bummed, Cyberpunk got delayed again. So we're not getting this as like a day one PlayStation 5, Xbox, game. It's freaking pushed back to December 10th. I mean, how do you feel about that, right?
Dude, yeah, I was pretty shocked when I saw that news, pretty darn shocked because they had been saying for a while that it was guaranteed coming out on that November date. And there was lots of hate going around. Like I was watching one story where a guy, he tweeted Cyberpunk directly and said, hey, so I just want to know for certain that this game's coming out on that day before I request the day off of work. Yeah. And they said, yep, guaranteed.
Yeah, undenying confirmation or something like that.
Confirmation.
Yeah.
And he went and took it off.
The next day. The very next day, he's like, can I delete this tweet?
Dude, they were like, well, F, right? Yeah. Like, dude, not even the developers knew this was going to come. Like, that's what's a trip about it. Damn. Like, not even they had no idea this is about to happen. I don't know what it means. Like, I just don't know what it means. Like, they said the reason was so they can guarantee themselves a 90 plus Metacritic score. Like that was the explanation they give.
What? Really?
But
I thought it was something else.
But how does delaying it guarantee that? Are they polishing, doing more polish?
That's what their explanation is. Like I think they're trying to polish
do bugs and stuff like that, right?
But it's like, dude,
can't they polish while the game's out like every other game?
They want that opening. They want that opening score, that perfection. Man. They want that week one sales score. I don't know.
I think it hurts like sales though, like because people are gonna move on, right? Like people are gonna start playing other things, like and pick up other games.
That's what I would think.
I'm gonna play Phoenix. I'm just letting you know, like what's the deal,
But I feel like, so I was on Twitter and I was looking at some of the responses that people were giving, and there was a lot of people that were just like, take all the time you need, bro. Take it. You know what I mean? Like, there was tons of, game media that were just like, hey, man, it is what it is. Do what you got to do to make the game great or whatever. And in some instances, I agree with it. But at the same time, it's like, it's kind of this like foreboding feeling, when you've pushed it back like twice already. You know what I mean? Like, we're just waiting and waiting. I would have more preferred if you had just gave me like an ass far away date.
No,
and
don't even give a date.
Boosted it up or something.
Like Mark and I, we've played Blizzard games like our whole lives, and they're kind of different now. But they do the delay fiasco now, which they never used to do that. They would never announce anything until they were done. Yeah. Right? Like, don't even give a date until you are done, and you are done.
So they would tell you about it, but they wouldn't give you a date.
They would say the game is coming soon. They'd announce the game. Blizzard soon is like a year or two. They're like, the game's coming soon. That means, it's coming out in the next year or so.
And they wouldn't give you a date.
Nah. When would they give you the date? Like a week before?
When it was done. So when they were done with it.
It's like released?
No, they would say, okay, it's coming out this, November or whatever. Once it's actually finished.
Oh, okay.
And I'm fine with a game taking as many years as you want to take. Yeah. But don't tell me it's coming out this date. And then, okay, no, it's going to be this date. And then, okay, no, it's 4 times they delayed this thing. This game has been delayed 4 times. Yeah. Like, that is a problem. It's one thing to say, take as much time as you want, but this is a separate issue. I don't think I care if a game... This is why I have a hard time with E3, too. Like, I don't even like when they announce games that are 5 years away.
Yeah.
Like, for instance, Starfield. Like, we talked about the leaked image on Starfield.
Right.
Or, like, Elder Scrolls 6.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't even want to know.
They're more so rumors. I don't want to hear nothing from the actual developers. Yeah. Like, I don't mind hearing rumors, but, like, the developers should just keep it on the hush until they have, like, it's ready.
Right.
Pretty much. Like,
don't show me a game that's 3 years away or even 2 years away.
I don't mind. I don't mind like a year away, but like
a year I'm fine with.
I feel
like that's still a while.
Okay, but there's like other things that are coming into play then at those points, right? Because when you have like big gaming studios and you have their like board of directors or whatever, maybe their shareholders or something like that, that want to see what they're producing. So then they have to come out with these announcements that like, oh, this game and that game is coming. I think we saw it with like, maybe it was with Bethesda or whatever, where they're like, this is what we have in the works. You know what I mean? This is why our company is valued at this much. You know what I mean? So that's why you would have to pay me this much. And we announce it so that we get all of the hoopla from all of the people, the consumers. And then so it lets you know, like, hey, people want my game. So if you want us, you got to pay. But it's just unfortunate, that like, some games are mentioned and then they're like completely forgotten, like sometimes I want to hear like how the progress is going, but then other times I'm okay with it. Like, okay, for instance, Biomutant, right? I got that collector's edition. It's still slated on Amazon, where I got it from, that the game will be coming out December 10th. So now this competes with Cyberpunk 2077
for your time
now,
too.
For me,
for your time,
for my time, because that's when I'm getting it. Now, I haven't heard a damn thing from Biomutant in a long, long time. Almost like 8 or 9 months.
It vanished. Is that good?
So then I don't know if the game is gonna come out on December 10th. So in that sense, like if you made it available for pre-order and all that, I kind of want to be able to hear, like, is it still gonna come at that time? So yeah, certain things like that, it's like I wouldn't mind hearing something, you know what I mean? But just don't tell me like, oh, the game is like, it's done and we got it locked down, it's finished, it's great, and then you have to push it back. You know what I mean?
It's just
tell
crazy.
me it's like postponed until we let you know. You know what I mean? And then
you
let
also
us know
have
the week before.
The crunch controversy, right? Where they were forcing their employees to come in 6 days a week. It's like, dude, why did you give a date?
All right, but at the same
Take
time,
as much time as you need. We don't care.
Like, all of these companies are crunching. So, like, somebody, like, leaking information that, like, oh, the company's cracking down on my head.
I'm just saying, like, you wouldn't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
If you didn't force yourself to release it on November 18th or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And crunch yourself into that time.
It was supposed to be 12. That's like, so all of the other times that it got pushed back, right? I was totally okay with it, because the only thing that I was thinking is, okay, great. I can just get this strictly for my PS5. I don't have to feel like the urge or desire to get it for the PS4 and then, and then possibly my game save doesn't like move on to the new console or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, I can just, save that as like my day one purchase for the PS5 or, if anybody's getting the Series X for that. But now you've pushed it back even further. So my well of day one games has reduced now by 1. You know what I mean? And so it's just like, damn, you know what I mean? It's like, I've been wanting to play that game. I was okay with you pushing it back for me to just enjoy it in all its splendor in the Series X or the PS5. But now it's back again.
I think there's problems, dude. What do you think, Mark?
So, like we were speaking with Blizzard earlier.
You spoke to them personally?
Yeah, we spoke to them on the phone. So, as Sir Knight said about Blizzard, they're common for not giving a date back in the day. So, recently, they postponed the expansion. So, it was supposed to already come out by now. Yeah. So, they postponed it with no date. We just got a date this week for November 23rd. But I think that they should have been more strategic in this push with this last delay. They should internally say, okay, we're shooting for December 10th, but don't tell us yet. Because if they do this again,
I'm fine with that.
If they do this again, they're losing, their credibility here. They already have a masterpiece with Witcher, so they have a good resume. I think people are willing to just be patient at this time. But if they do this again, it's a major slap in the face.
Which one of you guys had pre-ordered a game, and then it got delayed?
That was me.
So far back, and you just returned it.
That was me. That was for Amazon's New World. So it got postponed until next year.
Yeah. So you were just like, I'm not about to like let you keep my money for that long.
I was like, give me my money back. Give me my money back.
Yeah.
So So for me personally, I don't really care either way. I was originally gonna buy Cyberpunk on the Xbox,
and then upgrade it.
and then
too,
upgrade
right.
it. But now, I don't know, because I might have a PlayStation maybe in
Yeah.
December, maybe I don't
Right.
know for sure. I was just gonna get on my Xbox because I was like, okay, I'll upgrade, you know. But now I'm like, maybe I should wait. So that's the only kind of thoughts it has for me.
Mhm.
It was gonna be a day one buy for me, but
Same.
now that, you know, I know World of Warcraft's release date, I hope December is perfectly fine for me.
No, like I had pre-ordered Cyberpunk for the PS4 for day one,
Mm.
and then they delayed it, so I swapped my pre-order to Valhalla now, right? Like I switch it to another game.
Yeah, because you just
You
want to
want
keep that
something-
money on
yeah,
something that
I'm-
you can actually
because I was
get.
expecting to play
Yeah.
something on that date,
Right.
right? That money was for that date,
Yeah,
right?
and that's
now
understandable.
you're like, it's a bummer, right? Like other things are now competing
Yeah.
for that sale. That I think their sales are gonna be hurt a little bit. I think because of this.
I love you, me.